Привет из Дубая. С вами передача «Голубь мира», где обсуждаем крутые навыки. Спрашиваем на английском, отвечаем на русском. Подтягивайте язык или смотрите перевод в тайм-кодах. Let's talk about package and let's start with the definition.
Let me remind one small story which I was heard from my colleagues. This was a girl, and she were very sad in one day, and I asked her what's happening, and she answered, today was marriage proposal and I accepted it. And I was saying, maybe this is your lucky day or luckiest day in your life. But she told me, yes, but my boyfriend, he gave me a ring, but from the pocket, not with box. I was expecting box, maybe not Tiffany, but box, but from the pocket. It was not so romantic. And you know, it's very точно, exactly pictures how some person and especially women, they like to be everything in package. For example, you could buy beautiful flowers, but maybe you will have a mistake with the paper or with polyethylene, and they will not like ribbons on this. The same maybe with gadgets. When you are buying something from Apple, you also have some kind of love for unpacking. You take this everything, and you know this box would be used for one time only. You just put it out and you take it in some other place. No one now uses box. You know, it was like 20 or 25 years ago, there were Danish cookies, and when I was in some countries, I was buying to my grandma this Danish cookies, and suddenly I realized that she didn't throw away this packages because it was useful to put their needles and threads, niti.
That's correct, Fred.
Needles and threads.
So when it comes to the fundamentals or building blocks of the packages or even the types, what are they in order to be the most efficient packaging?
You know, packaging is not about boxes, not about packages from plastic or from paper. This is also about cutting heads. For example, there are several fishes which are хищные,
Predator.
which are
Predator.
predator, and they have very severe heads with sharp teeth. But if you cut this head, everyone would buy this. For example, it's about, I don't know how to say it in English, but mentai and heck. If you look these fishes in Google, you will find they have not nice looking heads. Second, this is about, for example, toothpaste. We have special plastic tubes or aluminum tubes, but if we'll put them on the storage shelf, in the store, they will fall apart, and they will not look accurate. So sometimes we need package to put everything all together and to stay straight. The same with washing powder. And another one, there is a trick I am telling about the skill of the package in School of Troubleshooters. One Chinese brand changed color and form of the bottles for shampoo and so on, and it is became more attractive, like veg and fruits, and their sales rise up to the 7 time.
And when it comes to different levels of, like telling the story through the package, or like maybe thinking about specific type of the audience, what might be the those steps that the packager or the creator of the experience could think of in order to go from one level to another?
First level is the leverage between how to decorate the goods or something you're packaging, and also stay on the ground of truth. Because, for example, when you are buying some cakes with mac,
need to think about it.
I forgot how to say. Okay, when you are buying булочка с маком, sometimes you will see the picture, this cake full of this black seeds. But when you bite it, you will find that there are not too many. Second is your thought. is there any ability to improve user experience of this package? For example, I bought maybe 7 or 8 years ago in Somalia, I bought a single-use telephone, and suddenly I found this like a plastic book. First part of the phone, on the second page it was battery, on the second it was SIM card, and on the other it was the last phone. So this was like a book, and I was assembling the phone. For example, yes, I know how to assemble it, but if I wouldn't aware of it, it would be helping. So it was quite nice experience. And third, if you have package something in package something unusual, it will last longer than a good. For example, it was a man, sadly, but he died last year. His name was Karl Lagerfeld, and he presented me several things, and among them there were some men's socks. But the box of it was metallic and color like a gray, dark gray, and even now I use this box for another socks. So this package live longer than my socks.
So it's interesting because it seems like the package is also only the initial goal is to keep the item and maybe present it to you the moment you open it. But for some of the packages, they actually can even outlast the item itself, still like serving as a good reminder or maybe providing a different experience. But when it comes to the different mistakes or different wrong ways of like creating the package or maybe even thinking of the user or customer experience, what are they and how to possibly avoid them?
Let me tell you some stories about Moscow. For example, almost daily I eat in Cafe Mania. This is like a cafeteria in the mid of the capital, and sometimes I use delivery, and they provide me with boxes, and this is a box which could be transferred to the table. That's first issue. Second issue, there are several items you could ask, for example, less sugar, no bread, no spoon, and so on, and you will get not too many waste to throw it away. And last thing, when they will deliver the next meals, they will take this old boxes and empty cans to recycle it, and they will send me report. Okay, it was recycled.
And what might be some sort of like interesting use cases that you encountered in your life, or like, or maybe in the business that actually could move the package to the next level? And maybe I can give one example from my experience. For example, there is a company called Belroy. So they produce the wallets, but if you want to open the package and actually look into the double button of the box, they will you will see a little note saying like, oh, we see that you're very curious, but there is really nothing here, but thank you for your curiosity. So what other interesting experience that you actually encountered in your life with the package?
You know, there was Soviet Union, and you should, as a child, stand in a queue, wait until something will be put on the shelf, and usually it was like milk or cheese or sausages or bread. And you know, on this cheese in Soviet Union, there were small black plastic letters and digits, and everyone was collecting. So this was maybe for some industrial purposes, maybe this number of the shift or something else, but we were collecting this. Second, you know, it was time I was lettering, I was writing letters to pioneers from Germany and Czechoslovakia, and we will send each to other some small present. And for example, there were in envelopes, we were putting some bubble gums, and in these bubble gums there were small pictures like love is, or about cars, or about planes, or about some kind of food. And maybe last thing, I was sitting in one hotel, and suddenly a general manager comes to me and said, I know you're doing something for us, and I will give you a very special gift. And he present me a small glass for wine, and I was just looking at it it was just usual, and he found that I was not amused, and he mingled to the bartender, and he put some red wine in it, and suddenly I realized that there are small glass shark in this glass wine, and when you put it, you will see just a piece of his fin.
Well, this is quite interesting experience. And last question will be how knowing about the packaging could help to make this world a better place.
If you will see our rivers, our oceans, we will find that too many plastics are already there. This is about Coca-Cola. This is about beer cans. This is about plastic. This will throw away, but by all the people, and everyone think if I will throw it away and no one see it, it is nothing. But as a diver, I have seen a huge distances completely fulfilled with plastic in the water, and I was learned that the square square of this so-called garbage islands is almost like an Europe. So package right now, this is a problem number one in the world. We have food, we have water, we have money, but we will have no space from the garbage.
Когда вы оборачиваете свой подарок во что-то, думайте не только о том, как воспримет его человек, но также о том, как его воспримет природа. А мы рассмотрели навык упаковка и чем он полезен именно вам. Всем мира!